You are tuned in to the JDawg and Leevis Show. After years of playing together in bands and tons of late-night conversations, it was decided that it was only fair we repeat it all here.
Hello, this is Michael Cain. Tonight I'm coming live from Genoa, Illinois on the JDawg and Leevis Show. Tonight, JDawg and Leevis has Asian Matt as a guest, and they talk about eating bananas, JDawg Cinco De Mayo, and then we have Vauge Movie Reviews with Asian Matt, and then we also talk about celebrity Uber drivers, such as myself. And this is the JDawg and Leevis Show.
It's a very serious song about racial integrity and stuff.
Like that's important.
Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout and he started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. But Mama saw it was against the law. The Mama looked out and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. Then Papa say, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. In a couple of days they come and take me away, but the press let the story leak. When the radical priests come to get me released, well, we're all on the cover of Newsweek. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, Queen of Corona. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. You know, I am totally going to have that tune caught in my head for the rest of the evening. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Which tune?
Me and Julio.
Oh.
That I just played.
Oh, that tune. Well,
you were here.
I was here, but I was under the desk.
Oh.
Hiding.
Really?
I was scared. Because it was so good.
Oh, I see.
It frightened me.
You thought the ceiling was going to come down?
I thought the ceiling was going to come down.
Yeah.
Well, I actually joined in. And you know who else joined in on that?
Nope.
Rhymes with that.
Like hit that?
Asian Matt.
Hey, you guys, how you doing?
He's back. Asian Matt back in the studio.
Asian Matt.
Welcome back to the studio.
I am glad to be here.
Fantastic.
We've had him drinking for about 2.5 hours now.
I am blitzed.
So we should be able to have
Perfect.
our Asian way with him.
My understanding is, he was getting started in the car on the way here. So
It was a long drive. I mean, come on.
Well, as long as we have him in the studio right off the bat, I really want to get to a topic.
well,
And it involves eating bananas.
okay. Well, why would we need an Asian to answer a banana eating question?
Well, now, you are from
Korea.
But Korea's right next to
China.
So,
Ergo,
let's just say
Practically neighbors.
let's just say you were a lot closer to China than I ever was. So that's why this probably really doesn't hit home. But earlier today, Leevis brought to my attention that the Chinese live streaming services have banned people from filming themselves eating bananas in a seductive fashion. Banned. No more.
right? Don't do it.
So, first of all, before we even get into this, what are your thoughts on that, Asian man?
It's, my take on this, being Asian,
That's why we're coming to you.
is number one, that women can make money by just sitting there on camera eating bananas. That right there is fantastic.
In itself, yes.
And
not bad for a communist society.
yes,
You know,
and it goes to show, like, when it is a communist society and they're very repressed, that anything will get them going. Oh, look, there's a banana.
Please eat the banana.
Eat it.
But see, one thing that's kind of concerning me, it says Chinese live streaming services. So can I pre-record myself seductively eating a banana and post it online? Is that okay?
Probably.
Or is this stream? I mean, it says streaming.
Well, would they have to do that pixelation thing that they do, over there in China? Can't really show anything.
You have to pixelate all the fruit.
On every single Chinese video, I've seen one that's done that before.
I've heard stories.
Well, Asian man told me that.
So, like, the question is, like, let's say you have 2 apples and a banana, and it's not pixelated, but you put them together, and now it's pixelated.
now it's
you
a
know what I'm
problem.
saying? Like, who monitors that? Who makes
There's
those
probably
decisions?
somebody sitting there saying that, at this focal point, you have to have the banana exactly 4 centimeters away from the apple on either side, so that it's clearly a banana and 2 apples.
Right,
And
exactly.
nothing, that could possibly suggest anything else.
I believe the term is pixelization impersonation or imagination. Pixelization imagination. That's what it is.
Is that a real term?
I just made it up. So when you see the pixels, go ahead and just
Oh, you just have to imagine
assume
what it is.
banana
Yes.
apples pixelated can be
Yes.
whatever you want it to be.
That's a whole web thing with the inappropriate pixelization, where people pixelate normal stuff. but
Right, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Unnecessary pixelation.
Using your
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, yes.
imagination. I don't even know if that's necessarily a song, but it's definitely a T-shirt. Oh, so yeah, deeper into this story here. New regulations mean that live streaming sites must monitor all their output round the clock to ensure nothing is going on, keeping an eye out for any erotic banana eating.
That sentence right there is worth the price of admission.
I would like to be an erotic banana editor. I'll keep my eyes peeled for bananas. Just right there.
Yes.
Yep, I'm right
Nice.
there.
And
Nice.
how do you do it? How do you do it?
And they take it a step further here. They say it's not just fruit that's on the radar, kids.
Who's throwing fruit at a radar? Really?
The paper also adds that wearing stockings and suspenders while hosting a live stream is also forbidden.
What?
Suspenders?
What am I supposed to do with my lederhosen now? If I can't live web stream in
Your
lederhosen. In my lederhosen. Oh, that's right.
Later.
The other half of Matt, Asian Matt, that isn't Asian is German.
That's
So
true. That's
he
true.
knows the difference between leder and
later.
And hosen.
And hosen.
Very familiar with the hosen.
Speaking of, me and my lovely wife just passed our 15-year anniversary
What?
last week. So
So you
Well-
didn't stop, you just passed it?
we just passed it. Yeah.
Do not
Yes.
do not collect $200.
Well,
Well, very good.
Thank you.
my wife and I actually hit 16, and hopefully you'll never catch us. and not that there's any issues.
Right.
But I'm
Just
just saying.
Yeah. Yes.
As the old saying goes.
I'm just, happy that she's putting up with me for 15 years.
That's fantastic.
Plus, so, thank you, honey,
That's-
for doing that.
That's unbelievable.
I talked to her the other day, and she said she's been married happily for 7 years.
Yeah.
So, very good. She didn't clarify whether it was the first 7 or intermixed or
I think that
whatever,
was a
but
different
It could have been every other year.
knowing Asian Matt, it probably
And
was.
15, that means there's one more bad year in there somewhere. So you've
crap.
got some work to do. You've got some work to do. Perhaps if you bring home a gaggle of bananas, that could spark something.
Yes.
I was going to blame El Nino.
Is that even on the Chinese zodiac? The year of the banana?
You can be the year of the monkey. That's pretty close.
This is the year of the monkey.
Hopefully it's
Well,
not
there
the
we
year
go.
of the kumquat, so.
Well, here, moving on. Despite the government's concerns, such sites are attracting more and more users in China.
No.
That's
So-
an odd thing.
So are you telling me that when you tell people they can't watch other women eating bananas, then more people want to watch them eating bananas?
That's unheard of.
I think more people just instantly want to stream themselves eating bananas. It's very addictive.
You know, we're going to have Leevis on a website streaming him eating a banana soon. I know. I can see that coming.
Now, this one. I mean, did they even have to put this line in the news article? Particularly popular are webcam sessions where young women and sometimes girls under 18 entertain a predominantly male audience.
How do they know that? How can you tell?
I think they're just throwing that out there. I don't think there's anything that would statistically support that.
I don't think so.
So yeah, they're saying here, news of the banana ban has prompted thousands of users to chime in on Chinese social media. Some are more concerned with the young women choosing to take part in live streaming, but others are a bit baffled by how the rules will be enforced. How do they decide what's provocative when eating a banana and what's not? And can male live streamers still eat them?
Now let's think about this for a moment. You get a job with the government. Your job is to sit here and watch sexually suggestive stuff all day while you're at work. That's your job.
Right. So when somebody
Why
sends
aren't
you
we a
like,
communist?
so when somebody
society?
sends you like a funny cat video, you have to say it's not work friendly.
This isn't sexually suggestive.
There's
I
nothing
can't watch
erotic about this cat.
Yes.
And
Or
then there's
is there?
at the end of the at the end of the article, there's actually a quote from Asian Matt.
Ooh. Well, please read it.
In closing, it says, "Plenty of people think they'll be able to get around the banana ban," and then in quotes, "They will all start eating cucumbers, and if that's no good, yams." So that was Asian Matt's 2 cents on that article.
Nothing gets me going like a good yam eating.
That's a nice set of yams.
Oh, goodness gracious!
Wow.
Let's hear it for China, everybody.
Yay.
Salute.
Salute.
So I can't say I've ever eaten. I've never seen a banana eating video. But perhaps now that we've talked about that, I can see why it's catching on. Because I kind of want to see what's going on.
I'm just curious about what it is.
I don't think I've seen that either, but I have seen. Have you seen the? There are videos of cats and cucumbers.
Yes.
I have seen that,
Or
yes.
cat, yeah,
Where it freaks them
But
out.
now,
yeah, for whatever
it
reason.
says they're scared of the cucumber. However, they're always putting the cucumber right behind the cat when he's not looking.
Yes.
And he's eating, then he turns around, sees it, and it freaks him out.
Right.
Now, is it the cucumber, or is it just the item being there?
No, I'll be
But
honest.
there's an awful lot of videos supporting that the cucumber scares the heck out of cats.
After I saw that, I went up and stuck a cucumber behind my cat to see what happened, and he just turned around and looked at it and like, eh.
Well, he's an Asian cat.
That's true.
He's watched plenty of cucumber videos
Yeah.
in his days.
He fired up at the laptop and then taped himself eating.
And made $100,000
Yes.
and didn't even tell you about
Yes.
it. Your cat's been embezzling.
Ugh.
That's an old Steve Martin routine, actually.
I think he Chicago waffled a cucumber once or twice.
Ooh. That would explain some things.
Mash that one right in there. Strange people in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Strange people.
Yes.
And
yes.
if there weren't, it would be a very boring place.
That's true. That's true. Thank God for the Asians.
Keeping it real
Yes.
and pixelated.
Speaking of Asians, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. There's a segue for you.
It's flawless. I mean, it's flawless.
Cinco
Oh my
de
goodness,
Mayo.
yes. You need to respect your Asian heritage by observing Cinco de Mayo.
And,
That's true.
and flying your Mexico flag.
From Mexico.
Back in
What?
1811 when Spain and Mexico were one country,
I
Right.
see.
according to a video we saw.
Mexico. And they
I missed that one. I guess I was watching
when the
cucumbers.
Titanic sank with a load of mayo,
Ah,
they cried out, "Oh no, they Cinco de Mayo!"
That's what happened. It was because they were hauling mayonnaise large quantities of mayonnaise on the Titanic
Sure.
from Spain to the mainland.
I can't believe they cover the truth like they do in the history books.
I know. It's a conspiracy, I tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, now a lot of people died. That's sad.
That is sad.
But think of
It's
the
a lot of-
mayonnaise that was lost. I mean, like the whole front hull of the boat was filled with mayonnaise.
It's true. I mean,
Now,
several tons
Cinco de
of
Mayo.
mayonnaise.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
So I decided to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
You did.
I did.
And what did you do to celebrate
I did.
this?
I had pizza.
Very good. But it was Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
It wasn't. I'm not very good at Cinco de Mayo. Or Cinco de Mayo.
Pretty much just did nothing.
So I came home and
All
I
right.
grabbed the family. I said, let's go eat at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
They all
Very
agreed.
good. Very good.
However, we did not agree on the Mexican restaurant we wanted to go to.
Oh,
Now, the one I wanted to go to is called Los Rancheros. Los Rancheros, I believe. And they have, like, just the best white cream cheese sauce you ever had. So I wanted to go there. I wanted the white cream cheese sauce. And then my daughter says, I want to go to La Rosita. I don't think it's La Rosita. It might just be Rosita's in DeKalb, Illinois. Because they have the Bianca Special.
okay.
It's a glob of sour cream, a glob of guacamole, a glob of beans, and some cheddar cheese on top, and you dip chips in it. There's
How
nothing
can that
special
be
about
bad?
it, but for an 11-year-old, that's fantastic.
That
Yes.
sounds fantastic.
So then as we got closer to Rosita's, my wife said, why don't we go to Eduardo's, which is the more upscale
Oh.
restaurant in downtown
fancy.
DeKalb, a little more
That's fair.
fancy,
I
a
don't
little
think
bit
I've-
better food.
I haven't been to Eduardo's.
And I said, let's go to Eduardo's. So they're right on the main drag. So we're looking for a place to park. It's very busy. It's Cinco de Mayo. These restaurants are packed. It's college town, DeKalb, Illinois. So the kids are filling the bars. So finally I see one last parking spot about 2 blocks down, right on the main street where you parallel park on the side. So I pull up right in there, get right up against the curb, and we go in and eat. Great dinner. Everything went fine. Nothing eventful there. Came back out, go to get in the car, and I realized that when you park so close to the street, sometimes your mirrors stick out a little too far into the road.
Oh, man.
And somebody smacked the mirror right up the side of my car on the
God.
driver's side. And it was just hanging there by a string.
Oh, man.
Can I say it?
And-
Cinco de Miro.
Very nice. So I'm standing there pointing to it, but of course when you're inside the car and I'm pointing, you're not thinking mirror. She thinks I'm pointing to the car in front of us, my wife.
Right.
And she's giving me the what sign with her hands up in the air. And then finally she notices it, and I open the door, and I'm like, here. And and then the night just went sour. So I call the insurance company. I'm like, what do I do? Do
For
I
your
call them
mirror?
here? You know, do I have to get a police report? Or I have no idea for a mirror.
Yeah.
And so I waited 20 minutes on the phone, on hold, telling the kids to be quiet for 20 minutes. On
Very
Cinco de
nice.
Mayo, and both the kids were drunk, so it was hard.
Oh, yeah,
keeping
all
them
that sour
quiet.
cream.
And finally, they come on and they say, "No, you don't need a police report, and we'll go ahead and get that fixed." And la da 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 da. And then I drove home without a mirror, and it was pretty uncomfortable to
Yeah.
drive without a mirror.
Yeah.
And then I finally got it to lodge to where I could actually see a little bit. At least I could see the road behind me, but I couldn't see the people behind me. So every time a car would come up, I didn't want the thing to blow off, so I'd pull over to the side of the road and let that car pass. So it took like what normally was a 15-minute drive, took about 45 minutes to get home. So, anyways, that was my Cinco de Mayo, and yes, they Cinco de Mir.
There you go.
So, yeah, that was very nice to come out to. And the worst part is the camping trip, first camping trip of the year, is coming up next Friday.
Okay.
So-
I figured it was around the bend.
So when I went into the body shop today, I asked the guy, I said, can this be done by next Friday? And he said, well, why does it have to be done by Friday? And I said, it's a camping trip. And he said, what kind of camping trip? And I said, well, it's just a guys-only camping trip. And he said, I'll have it done. Almost as if I didn't have to go any
Wait.
further. He just understood.
Way to
Right.
play the heartstrings there.
Yes, yes.
Way to speak the mechanic's language.
That's right.
Throwing down the bro code.
Dude, you
So-
got to do me a solid.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, Lee had pizza. I got my mirror smashed out. Did you do anything, Asian man?
I went home, I think that's about it.
All right. Well, did you do anything today?
That's kind of a Stinko de Mayo.
Because yesterday, yeah, it was a Stinko de Mayo. Did you do anything for Stinko de Sixo?
I did. Today I saw the new Captain America movie.
Oh,
Wait a minute. But
Captain America.
it's Friday, so you went opening night to Captain
Opening
America.
afternoon.
Opening afternoon. My bad.
There was nobody there, which was fantastic.
Did they have any Thursday night showings of that?
They did, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I saw that.
For the crazy people?
But it didn't start at midnight. I don't know if it was on the radio or something. I heard it was like they're starting at like 10 o'clock.
Because it's PG-13.
It is PG-13, yes.
So they have to, only get you right at curfew.
Right.
What does PG-13 translate to in Korean?
I think it translates to
Okay. So it's really the same level rating.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's the same thing.
So they don't make a different movie
that was obvious.
for Korea. It's the same.
It's
movie.
very different.
Well,
if they had to take out all the banana eating.
I was just going to say that.
You took the banana right out of his mouth.
What I was going to say is if there's a banana on the table, they had to blur it out.
I should have
Imagination.
let you take that one.
Yeah. So do you want my review? We'll give a vague review.
What
Yeah.
I would like a vague movie review of this movie. But let me see if I can get the 1984 sound effects board to give you a intro to your vague movie.
That
review.
sounds fantastic.
Go ahead and pick a number between 60 and 74.
69.
That would.
There you go. Movie reviews. Vague movie reviews by Asian Matt.
All right, hello. Captain America: Civil War, PG-13. It was
Who's
good.
in it?
Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr.,
Captain America.
Captain America,
Iron Man.
Everybody's in this damn movie. Captain America, Iron Man, Falcon, War Machine, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Black Panther,
Nerd.
and probably a couple more that I can't even think of.
Okay,
But-
before you go on,
Yes.
just make this as vague as possible. Black Panther, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Up.
Okay,
I would
that's
give
vague
him
enough
a
for me.
thumbs up.
All right.
Stop. That's not vague. You continued.
I just repeated myself.
Some of us have radio shows to set up for and production to do. We can't, just take our kids to movies.
So, what I'll say about this movie vaguely. It was a good movie. I approve. Definitely not. The only thing I'll say about this movie, it was not Captain America movie. I know it says Captain America Civil War.
Well, that's what I was wondering too, because when I saw the first preview for it and I saw everybody in it,
Yeah.
and then it ended and said Captain, I'm like,
No.
um,
It was
weird.
It was basically
Like BTW Captain America.
yeah, exactly. I'm not going to say he was a minor character, but I would say other people had more screen time than Captain America.
well, I'm thinking him and Iron Man are the ones that are having the pissy fest.
Yes.
So they're
well,
mad at
According
each
to
other.
the previews, anyway.
Right.
You would,
That's
you
what
would
it
get the
looks like.
impression that that's one of the big plot points.
So I would think that just because they're the two guys that are having the biggest fight, and
well,
we've already had a whole bunch of Iron Man movies, so let's just give Captain America one more.
right.
We've had a bunch of Captain America movies, too.
There's more than
but
that.
there's only been two.
All right.
There's been
So-
Iron Man 3,
Okay.
so you got to even them out.
Yes.
If you're a true comic book nerd, Brian Warnock, there's events that happen. If you read the comics, then you know what they are. Similar events happen, but they changed it up a little. I'll just say that. But it's not just Captain America and Iron Man against each other, although that's the main people. I mean, there's this whole big mess.
Right.
And
So it stretches out to an hour and a half, as opposed to just a 20-minute fight scene.
yes, they're all the action, fantastic. There are a couple people who steal the show, and I'm not going to say who they are or anything like that.
I'm pretty sure it was Asian Matt.
But
I think it was too.
I'll just say his first name starts with Lee.
Last name is Vis.
Exactly.
Yes, I do have a superhero alter ego.
Yes.
Yes. It's true.
He was
I
in
can't
there.
talk about it here, though.
Do you know what Leevis's superpower is?
This ought to be good.
What is it?
Oh, it's very simple.
What is it?
It's his eyes. One look with those eyes.
That was beautiful. They are stunning.
You know, speaking of eyes, I was just thinking of this. Next time we do...
I'm looking at his eyes right now.
Next time we do Vague Movie Reviews with Asian Matt, we should have him take his glasses off and then tell us about the movie. So then he can talk about, well, there's this big green blur that, you know, was really exciting, or something like that. So that would be vague enough for me. So
I thought it was a pretty good vague review.
yeah.
I didn't really give anything away, but yeah, it was a good movie.
But it could have been more vague.
Yeah, you could have left out, you know, like name dropping.
Well, I think when I said
Captain
Black
America.
Panther thumbs up the second time, I think I really ruined it.
That was a little much.
Yes.
Well, now, Black Panther,
Yes.
I believe, in
just
the comics.
Just as a side note, he's black.
I was going to go there.
That's it. Now I don't need to see the movie!
He was one of the first black comic characters to actually enter the comic books. I
Yes,
believe.
that is true.
Back
I
in
believe that's
the
true.
days whenever
Yes.
comic books were popular and everybody's reading them. There was a groundbreaking move when they brought him in.
And I don't know who the actor was who played him, but fantastic job. He really did well.
Wasn't it Shaquille O'Neal?
I think you're thinking of Space Jam.
I get the two mixed up all the time. The superhero movies and Space Jam.
Yeah,
so.
it's a
Civil
clear
War,
mistake.
Space Jam. Yeah. It's easy
They're
enough.
very similar, yes.
Okay, well, I guess that wraps up Vague Movie Reviews with Asian Matt. That's high quality stuff right there.
It is.
1984 video.
It's kind of
or how do we say it? Videonics.
It's kind of
Videonics
anticlimactic for sound effect number 69. I mean,
It is.
first of all, you asked them, you know, a number between what, 60 and 74?
Yeah.
As if you even needed to ask that.
Right. I could have said a number between 1 and 356,000.
Yeah.
And we would have said
69.
69, yeah.
That's true. But when you stump him, you say a number between 70 and 1 million.
Yeah. Then
And
Yeah.
he'll just stare at you.
3?
million?
Yeah.
So the Black Panther was in it. He's new. Who's the other? Well, the guy with the wings. What's his name?
The Falcon.
The black guy on the other side.
Falcon.
Because he was at the end of the last Captain America. He was there
Yes.
for like a second.
Yes, and he was in Ant-Man, too, if you saw that.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen
Yeah.
Ant-Man yet. So
Fantastic movie. Surprisingly, really good.
and everybody that saw it said, "I'm not going to say it's a great movie, but I'm not going to say it's a bad movie."
Yes.
Is what I've gotten from that.
When
Hold on. Why don't you give us a vague movie review of the Ant-Man?
The Ant-Man, when I first saw that, I thought, this looks stupid. I was like, the Ant-Man.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see that.
Well, Paul Rudd, his son, actually was in an article saying, "I think the Ant-Man is stupid." He's like 12 or 13, and it's like his least favorite comic character.
Yeah,
and it's his
yeah.
dad in the movie. So when you go into it that way, you know, you're already
Yeah.
down one. So
So-
but yeah, it didn't seem to be appealing.
No. But then I didn't see it in the theater. I waited till it was on video, and I watched it. Going into the movie, assuming I was going to hate it. Or not hate it, but just not like it. Mm-hmm. I was pleasantly blown away by it. Now, I just say blown away like...
Not like
It's fantastic,
someone eating
but-
a banana or
No,
something.
not banana streaming video blown away, but going from the perspective of I was going to hate it
Right.
to this is good. I was like,
Nice.
holy crap! This was I actually thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
And that's what I've never heard anybody give a terrible review.
Yeah.
No,
Marvel's had a pretty good run.
Yes,
So, and they
yes.
were just talking about, because they recently released, Paramount, who has done all the Marvel movies, right? Paramount?
I think so.
Anyway,
I don't know.
they just released The Huntsman
Yes,
with,
yes.
what's his name? Chris
Thor.
Hemsworth?
Chris Helmsworth.
Yeah,
Yes.
and a bunch of other people, and not doing so well. So I suspect that Civil War will make up for it. But you know, when they've
small
been,
amount, yes.
yeah, when they've been making billions
Yeah,
on movies.
yes.
Now wait, Chris Helmsworth, he's Thor.
Thor. Yep.
Did you hear the story about Thor
Uh-oh.
and the kid that found his wallet?
I
And he was on Ellen.
yes.
It's a fantastic story.
No, I haven't heard this.
It's not a long story, but it's a fantastic story. Chris Helmsworth lost his wallet, and I don't know where it was. I'm just going to say the mall because I don't
Okay.
remember where it was. But a young kid found it, like a 16-year-old, and picked it up, and rather than looking for the money, looking for whatever, he was telling the story, I opened it up to look for the driver's license, which wasn't readily available, but he found it and saw whose wallet it was. And he said, I started shaking, and I couldn't control myself. And I turned to my mom, and I said, Mom, do you know what I have in my hand? And she's like, what? And he said, Thor's wallet. And she's like, what are you talking about? I have Thor's wallet in my hand. And he wound up, the story ended well because he wound up getting in touch with him somehow. They didn't say how.
Yeah,
Right.
And got him back the wallet, but they didn't do it, or they didn't talk about it until they got on the Ellen show. Of course, Ellen grabbed it. Media whore. But that's okay. I actually like her. But she got him on the show, and they're talking about it, and he's sitting next to Chris Helmsworth. And Chris says, you know what, I'm very glad you did this, and it's wonderful, so whatever is in my wallet, you can have it. And he pulls out like $1,200.
What?
And that's what was in the wallet, and just handed it to him.
Holy crap.
And then Ellen gives him a check for $10,000.
What?
So the kid winds up with $11,200. He gets all this autograph stuff from Chris Helmsworth
man.
and
wow.
Thor stuff, and gets to hang out and meet him and all that stuff. So, and he was a huge Avengers fan on top of it.
Oh, my God.
So,
That's awesome.
But that would be pretty cool. Pick up the wallet and just
Thor's wallet.
Oh, that's odd. But I wouldn't
believe it.
I'd almost be scared to get in touch with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what if he really is Thor? I'm sorry. Really, I found it. But that was a fantastic story. And she does that stuff a lot. She gives away...
More importantly, he had Thor's visa.
Exactly.
You know?
True.
Bank of Asgard.
I was just thinking that.
Although I'll tell you, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. And I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
No, you can't, because he's got $1,200 cash just walking around the
Right.
mall.
Because he doesn't have a lot of space on his credit card. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Mama JDawg, my mama.
Uh-huh.
Now, she's been gone for 10 years. When she was around, she worked for Visa Card.
Okay.
It was actually a bank in Elgin, Illinois, called First Card. And she worked there, and she was a collector. She was the one that would call you, and you would hang up on her.
Explains a lot.
So she would come home with different stories.
That's why she was calling me.
So she would come home with different stories of who she called during the day, and we'd sit at the dinner table, and she'd say, I called this guy, and he was really mean, and I laughed, and da-da. But then one night she comes home, and she says, I had to call, and it came up on my screen, Oprah Winfrey.
Are you kidding?
Huh.
Now, she did not get Oprah Winfrey
Well,
when she called the said number associated with the account, but she got one of the associates, and they said, oh, I'm so sorry, but that bill always goes past due.
Oh.
The bill was like $49 payment, and the credit on the card was like $800. And it was in Oprah Winfrey's name. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you might think that, but maybe they just, because they really don't need credit cards, because they have cash. So maybe they just carry them around just like for one trip and then
they forget about it.
forget about it. Or it's just for that day or lunch or who knows.
You would think they have people for that.
But now, exactly. But now,
I need people for that.
Yeah, exactly.
that was one call.
To handle my $49 total.
I could handle your $49.
You probably could. Except you'd go...
Handle it right over to the bartender.
Yeah, you go buy a bunch of bananas with it.
You can
And turn it into $7,000.
49 cents a pound at Aldi. That's a lot of bananas.
This is a lot.
That's a lot of
bananas.
streaming. I don't think I got enough hard drive space.
They'll have really good potassium.
So you think, okay, that's the story, that's it, it's just a one-time thing. But then she had another story, and it was only like a few months after that she had to call Sylvester Stallone.
What?
And actually got him on the phone.
Holy crap.
Called a number, and it was his home number.
Huh.
Wow.
So she goes on, and she said, and I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was only a credit of like $1,000 on this card. And he missed the payment.
Huh.
And then said, I'll get it to you right away.
Wow.
So I don't think stars carry credit cards with like $700,000 limits on them because they really don't need to.
Right. Right.
So actually, they probably just have accounts with everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever they go.
Yeah.
And think about it: if you're Oprah Winfrey, do you really have to pay for food wherever you go? You walk into a restaurant,
Well, obviously she gets it all for free.
right? So interesting enough, that's why he probably had $1,200 cash in his pocket because his credit card only had 60 cents left on it. So, dropping the hammer, Thor.
Nice.
Thor's wallet. Okay, so your Vauge movie reviews covered Ant-Man,
Yes.
and we covered Civil War.
Yes.
Can you tell me about Devil and Miss Jones? How vague can you be with that one?
Is that even a movie?
It ends happily.
You just told us the ending?
And there you go. Yes, he
What
did.
the deuce? That's not vague at all.
He pretty
It's
much
like a
just gave away the whole
1970s
movie.
porn. The Devil and Miss Jones.
And it ended happy, so done.
All right.
Movie in a nutshell.
Fair enough.
Well,
I mean, I think it's a 1970s porn. I'm not really sure.
he did say that with confidence. I didn't know exactly what year.
I think that was 1972. And it was. Oh wait.
You know, I would go onto the Googles, but I'm just going to take a guess that in 1972, bananas were probably 8 cents a pound. Oh,
Excuse
my
me.
goodness.
Oh.
So, let me see if I can have another smooth segue here into
do it.
another topic that we wanted to talk about, Uber.
Oh,
You know, because everything we're talking about has to do with driving people around.
That's
Uh-huh.
true. That's
Or
true.
let me try that again. And Oprah probably didn't have a lot of money because people probably chauffeured her around.
there you go.
Oh,
She
there,
probably
yes,
had like
yes.
Uber drivers. That was kind of nice.
There
Yeah,
you
that
go.
was good. That was good.
I'm sure
We'll have to
Oprah
edit
is a
that and
big
put that in there.
Uber
Easy for you to say.
Uber girl.
Yes. Yes.
Well, she actually drives.
That would be
I just
a-
looked
she's
on
an
the app
Uber
now.
driver.
She's
Yeah.
available. I
Yes.
just looked on the app now. Sweet. And she's in Genoa, Illinois.
Let's summon
Sign
her.
me up.
Perhaps we could get her to pick us up and take us to Minahan's,
That would be great.
downtown.
I think we're going to need that eventually.
At least a ride back. See if
Yeah.
she'll sit around outside.
that. Would,
I'd buy her a drink.
How can you
I
just
would.
go, Oprah, I summon you?
I would give her all 49 of your dollars
You would.
because they're all in singles. See, Lee has a day job, he has the radio show, and he has a night job. And did I tell you about his eyes?
It's like the old story about Lee.
They're a moneymaker.
Lee went
Yeah.
out to put himself on the street, and he made $205. And then the obvious question is, who gave you the $5? All of them.
Every last one.
Yeah.
Nothing like a Protestant work ethic. That's what I gotta say.
All right, well,
Make my parents proud.
Yes.
it does actually say on my phone that Leevis is available for Uber right now.
I am. I'm parked out front.
So if he leaves suddenly, at least we know where he's going.
Yes, yes.
So, have either one of you guys
Gotta
ever
go.
used Uber?
I haven't, but I stuck around one time when one of my friends was waiting for it.
Okay.
So
I have never used it myself.
Would you ever use Uber?
I'm not totally against it.
he was drunk. It was fantastic. It was great. We
Some stranger comes pick you up in their car, and what's the worst that could happen?
Well, if they pull up and
Well,
on
if
the
you
side
could-
of the car it says Luber, you might not want to get in. My Luber ride is here.
Why is he only going down to the alley?
I know a shortcut. Why can't I open the back door? So, I have so many problems with Uber, and I think a lot of it has to do with not living in a big city.
Yeah.
If you're in Chicago, it seems like a wonderful idea.
I'm sure.
There's just
That's probably where it
You're,
gets used
you're a
more,
country
but-
mouse, JDawg.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
only
what it is.
you're not going to see the benefit of it.
Right. And pretty much everybody, when you're a country bumpkin like myself, we all have vehicles anyways, because if
Yeah.
you want to get anywhere, you got to have a car. But when I see the commercials for Uber, and there's a young lady of maybe 26 years of age playing with her 2-year-old son and saying, "So I can make extra money, I like to turn on my Uber app and go around and pick up strangers with my child." Why? Why is this such a good idea for young women to drive around and pick these people up?
Well, you know, you do get rated as both a passenger and a driver. You know, so one serial killing and you're off the list. You know.
Oh, well, I guess
So-
that's fair.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I can't drive now, so.
No, only if somebody reports it.
Oh.
So
Now, what
Yeah,
if it's not
they're-
a serial killer?
they're
What
not
if it's
gonna
just
find
random violence?
yeah.
well, that's
One
okay.
random incident.
That's okay,
Yeah.
too.
One tire iron. Got a baseball bat. I mean, are there little icons on the app?
Yeah.
Baseball bat, tire iron with numbers next to them, check offs. This guy's got 3 tire irons and a toaster.
I only spent a week in the hospital after this ride.
It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but they're making a lot of money.
Yes, they are.
And now
Well,
they're-
I've heard that the Uber drivers, it's great for them because you work whenever you want to work, you work where you want to work, and you
Sure.
pick your rides, and it's easy money.
well, I have heard that the Prius sales have actually gone up.
Oh,
Simply because
Uber?
people came in and said, I want a Prius because I'm going to drive Uber.
Oh, yeah,
So they save
yeah.
money on gas and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Makes sense.
And if you're in the city and you're driving around electrically, and you just do it for an hour and come home and plug your car back in,
Yeah,
so I guess that would make sense.
yeah.
But yeah, out here, I'd get a call and it'd be some guy in Rockford. And first of all, I wouldn't pick anyone up in Rockford.
Are you telling me if I was hanging out in Rockford, you wouldn't come pick me up?
Not even if you gave me $49.
What about
I
a
don't
half,
think he'd pick you up from down the street.
what about a bunch of bananas?
now you're talking.
I'll even pixelate them for you.
On the Uber app, you get 3 bananas.
Sir, that'll be $38.50. Well, I don't have $38.50, but I've got a Butera bag full of bananas.
Now you just sit back and watch the show.
I can hear the music as you speak.
So Uber paying with bananas. Yeah, I personally probably would never call an Uber driver, but again, not needing the short, quick pickups and lifts.
Yes.
But now there's a competition called, I think it was Lyft.
Lyft.
L-Y-F-T.
With the Y.
Does anyone know what the difference is? What their catch is? Why they're better than Uber?
No, I have
Different
no idea.
company.
We don't
Yeah.
let serial killers pick you up.
No, I think they still allow that. So
I would
think
hope
they're
so.
Okay, yeah, with that.
How else are you going to make the news?
That's true.
You don't make the news if everybody arrives safely.
Exactly.
that's
I mean,
boring.
Uber's only had that one mass murderer. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
And that's why airlines, at least once every 6 years, let one go down.
No.
I mean, you got to get.
I read that,
Bad
yeah.
publicity is good publicity. So all you got to do is get your name in the news.
Well, yeah, they're like, it's been 6 years. We'll just pick this one. Down it goes.
Now, if I was going to be an Uber driver, I would probably do it the entire time in an English accent,
Like Michael Cain.
like Michael Caine. If you got into a car and Michael Caine was in there, let's do some radio drama here. Let's do the Uber pickup by Michael Caine.
Now, wait, is Michael Caine the driver? Or is he
Michael
the
Caine is
passenger?
the driver.
Absolutely.
Oh.
All right, and I'm going to be the passenger. All right, so let's see how this works. Okay, I get on my app here. I'm looking and I see, oh look, Michael Caine is logged onto Uber.
I don't think it actually tells you
I'm
who
gonna-
the driver
Oh no, it
is,
says right
but-
here, Michael Caine.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to hit the button.
I don't have the app.
Give me a number between 60 and 74.
That's not
68.
ouch. There we go.
Okay, so there.
Thank goodness.
I just clicked on Michael Caine. He's on his way. I'm gonna.
Oh, bloody hell, I got one of these bloody Americans again. God damn it.
And Michael Caine heads towards the door.
Just put a little WD-40 on there.
It's one of the older Priuses.
Gets out in his car. He's heading down the road, and he's got to go pick up JDawg. Unfortunately, Michael Caine lives in downtown Chicago at the moment doing a movie, and JDawg's out by Genoa, so he's got about a 60-mile ride. So let's speed that up a little bit.
Is it New Year's? I thought it was Cinco de Mayo.
I hit the Cinco de New Year's button. Okay, so I'm walking out to the car. I open the back door. I sit down, and there's the driver.
Hello, I'm Michael Caine. And you must be JDawg.
I am JDawg, and
Where would you like to go, you stupid American?
oh well, that's very thoughtful of you to think of me in that manner. First of all, I would like you to take me to the Piggly Wiggly, as I need to pick up some bananas.
All right, there we go. Now we're off to the pig. What is that, Piggly?
It's Piggly Wiggly. It's a grocery store, Michael.
What kind of stupid bloody hell name is that?
Just go to the
Piggly
Jewel,
Wiggly?
JDawg.
All right, take me to Jewel. Take me to Jewel.
Go Jewel.
All right, so we enjoy the ride. All right, we're here. And I say, all right, Michael, hold on. I'm going to go in. I'm going to buy all my goods.
Hey, you better hurry yourself up.
You just wait right here, and I come back. I get in the car. I got about 6 bags of groceries, and Michael,
What in bloody hell took you so long?
it's really none
I'm
of your
sitting out
business.
here waiting for your stupid, fat American butt, and I've got things to do because I'm Michael Cain.
And then, as he's saying this, I look up in the front seat, and I notice he has his hand on his gold member.
That's my Oscar.
And it turns out to be his Oscar between his legs. Okay, Michael, I need you to take me back. I need you to take me to a local tavern and drop me off there, and then I'll be done with your service.
Where would you like to go? Which tavern would you like to go?
We're going to go to Minahan's.
Minahan's.
Yeah.
Is that Chinese?
It's Chinoa's local Chinese bar.
They got a really nice sushi buffet there.
All right, here we go. We're going
Sake
to...
is next to none.
Okay,
Now,
so-
while you're back there enjoying your ride, Mr. JDawg and Leevis, just take a sniff of that rag that's laying there next to you. I tell you, just might smell slightly of chloroform.
Oh, let me just take a... yeah. Oh.
All right. Now I'm going to call you Mr. Wayne. We're going to have ourselves a real good time now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going
Michael
to
Cain just went to Oklahoma.
And the next thing you know, I wake up on Baseline Road with no pants.
and I'm driving down the road saying, and I'm Michael Cain.
I'm Michael Cain.
And there, see, now that we completely perfectly reenacted that Uber pickup, I hope that everybody learns from it that it is dangerous.
That's true. That's true.
There's a moral to that story?
No, there's no moral
how
to that
dare
story.
you?
The moral of the story is don't go to Piggly Wiggly.
Paguli.
Easy for you to say. Piggly
Piggly Wiggly.
Wiggly. You know, the funny thing is, in Genoa, the grocery store actually started out as Browns County Market.
Ah.
And
That's way easier to say.
Yeah,
Pig-
it's Piggly Wiggly.
And of course, the term was, I gotta head to Browns.
Ah.
I gotta go to Browns.
Now what do you say now? You got to go to Wiggly?
Well, then it was bought by Piggly Wiggly.
Okay.
It took a while to get over the Browns thing, but then it just became, I'm running to the pig.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this. Even after it switched over to Piggly Wiggly, did you still say, we're going to Browns?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
That went on for like a month and a half because they were there for a few years.
Yeah.
But then once we got used to that, I'm heading to the pig.
Yep. We used to have a
Then
pig.
Butera bought them.
Isn't that, well, I think that's the same company, isn't it?
It kind of is now.
Okay.
Because they didn't just buy the building; they bought Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly. Oh, gotcha.
So then it became Butera is Butera. Mm-hmm. Well, let's take off the era, and I'm going to the butt. But then we thought, you know what? If they're going to do this, we need to have history repeat itself. So now when we say we're going to the brown pig butt. So we understand what it means.
Yes.
But when you got a neighbor come over, or Asian Matt,
It's good that you cover all your
doesn't
bases.
understand it. Says, "Hold on one second, I'm going to run out. I got to go to the brown pig butt." Is that something everybody has out in their backyard in Genoa? Or?
I mean, it is Genoa. I mean, come on.
It's hard to believe that Michael Cain feels the way that he does about you when you're, traveling to the brown. When you drive him out here 60 miles
To go to the brown pig butt.
Yeah,
I kind of get the feeling that Michael Cain doesn't like you.
yeah. It's hard to believe. He's so personable.
He is.
But apparently, you rubbed him the wrong way, JDawg.
It's kind of like the Alex Trebek and Sean Connery feud.
Rivalry.
I did
Rivalry,
not
yes.
polish his Oscar to his liking.
And yeah, you have plenty of time between here and the brown pig butt to do so.
Oh. So, Michael Cain is working for Uber. If you need him, go ahead and sign on, and if you're lucky, you'll get him. If you're unlucky, you'll wind up getting someone like Elf.
Now, what would that sound like?
If Elf were to pick you up.
Yes. Let's say I'm driving. I'm waiting. I need to get home. I'm a little drunk, maybe, And I call up and I'm like, hey, here's Alf. Click.
First of all, this whole scenario is completely unbelievable because we all know that Asian Matt,
Asian man.
Asian Matt never gets, quote, a little, unquote, drunk. I am far more willing to believe that Alf will pick him up in a Prius than I am to believe that Asian Matt gets a little drunk.
That's true. If I have 2 beers, I'm
yeah, he's like out the window.
Yes.
So,
all right, so let's Asian Matt's had a couple drinks. He needs a ride home. Paige's Uber. Alf shows up.
give us an Uber sound.
Yeah, what does Uber sound like?
Well, that's the speed of actually arriving at your door.
I thought that was like Jimmy John's. So.
I don't need to be on the show because Asian Matt is going to say everything I'm going to say.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Well, I guess this would be more of an Uber sound, especially in Michael Caine's situation. I'm sure he hears that a lot.
That's just taking off his shirt.
Yeah, I was just saying. We are having a lot of fun with the 1984 Vidionics board tonight.
Okay, so Alf pulls up out front, right?
Yeah, Alf pulls up, and I'm a little...
That is Alf. Yep.
I'm like, hey, guys, I love a drink, and I need a ride home.
Well, why don't you just get in the back of the car?
What? Why?
Don't mind the fur on my body. I'm human.
I think when he says the back of the car, he means the trunk.
You're driving a Corvette.
Yeah, well, it's actually my father. It's Willie's. It's Willie's Corvette. And don't mind the cat in the front seat. Just get in. Where do you need to go? You going to Melmac?
I think I'm going to Minnie's, or what was the name of that place?
Oh, you're going to Minion's.
Minion's.
Yeah, JDawg and Leevis frequent there. That's JDawg and Leevis. I listen to him on Melmac, on the Googles, on the internet.
We broadcast everywhere.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's the cat?
I think the cat is back here with me.
Don't mind that I'm not wearing any pants either.
Was the fur
on my furry body?
Is the fur covering your stuff?
I don't have stuff. I don't know what stuff you're speaking of. Have a banana. Ah! So there you go. Alf works for Uber too.
Nice. A lot of celebrities working for Uber.
All right, we'll see ya. Oh. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please, as a public speaking announcer, don't use Uber.
Not in Genoa.
Not in Genoa.
Not in Genoa.
If you're in the city, it's fine, but if you're in Genoa and you need a ride home, just fall asleep on the sidewalk. I think it's a lot safer than Uber.
I live between the city and Genoa, so is it kind of okay for me?
It depends which way you're going.
If you're coming this way, no.
Yeah.
Because you may never come back.
So I can't travel west.
If you're going towards the city,
yes. Correct. Eastbound Ubers only.
Well, you're familiar with the Far East, right?
Yes, I am.
Asian Matt.
Yes, I am. So,
you can go as far east as you want.
just head for the rising sun.
What did your fortune say in your fortune cookie this morning?
Said that
Well,
that I'll be sexually assaulted by 2 white men
in a basement.
The night is young. Yeah, every morning a bowl of oatmeal, corn on the cob, and a fortune cookie. That's your breakfast, isn't it?
We save the rice for lunch and dinner.
Yes. Suburban Asians always have corn on the cob for breakfast. I don't even want to know where that came from.
It's a common fact.
Yeah. Could have at least made a banana joke there, but no.
I'm not making this up. I've seen him eat breakfast.
It's a well-documented fact.
And it's not really the season for corn right now either. That's the funny thing. He has it imported from China.
From China.
Oh, you're right. Because why would you want Illinois corn?
Because China's afraid that once people stop using bananas, that their corn stock is just going to go downhill. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're getting close to the end of the show here. What do you think?
I was kind of hoping some more celebrities would pick me up for Uber.
That might be all we have. Well, Alf's cousin, actually a very distant cousin, is Ernie. It's kind of the same character when you think about it.
It really is.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Come over here and touch my rubber ducky. Just hop in the bathtub with me, Bert.
We could have some...
Ernie was not an alien.
Well,
there's nothing to
he really didn't
substantiate.
He wasn't a human, that's for dang sure.
He had human hands.
Now, at least
He
Bert,
only had like 3 fingers. That's not a human hand.
at least Bert went on to fame and fortune and became an angry bird.
That's true.
But Ernie just kind of faded off into nowhere. So
You could have, as long as we're on the English thing, you could have like one of the Monty Python people come pick you up.
Ah.
Oh, hello there! Where you want to go?
which is what you would get if you ordered from Genoa.
That's true.
I would be afraid that, they'd throw elderberries at me or something like that.
Hi, actually, I need to get to Hoffman Estates. Nope, we're going to Rockford. But I need to go to Hoffman Estates. I know, but first we're going to Rockford.
We'll get there eventually.
Damn it. Now, what did I call that thing the last couple shows?
What?
Well, the 6-string gilly.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep saying it.
where did you come up with that?
Where'd I come up with corn? It's all in the head up here. The whole reason the show started was because of what's in this head.
Corn makes more
kinda
sense,
scary.
though, than 6-string gilly.
Why don't you actually...
It sounds like a girl.
Here, why don't you take that corn cob from Matt?
That was G-string gilly.
G-string gilly,
Yeah.
yes.
Take the corn cob away from Matt and actually use it as a pick on your guitar.
Fair enough.
Matt,
Here we go.
Asian Matt, let go of it.
No, it's mine.
All right, so be it. He's going to hold on to the corn cob here. He's not letting go of it. There's actually 2 kernels left on it. He's saving that for later.
It's been a pleasure being here again.
I didn't ask you
Oh,
if you enjoyed being here. So you just sit tight and wait for your cue.
sorry.
I just can't wait. I can't wait to see.
You know what? If I get stuck at that's my intro music from now on.
Well, at least it isn't Sound 68, which is the beginning of that.
We've got all the other guys. They all get their spots. We have Michael Gould with the Urban Dictionary update, and he gets the Spider-Bone music. We got Chris Wicks with the short views and his Van Halen music, and then there's Asian Matt. And as simplistic as this man
I was
is,
going to say, it's very efficient. It's a very efficient intro.
I think it pretty much covers everything about him. Lovable, cuddly, cute, two-toned.
Thank you. All these are true.
Besides, now, since, where are we here? We're about 55 minutes of the show. You can put your pants on now. Which is where the two-tone comes. That's where the two-tone comes in.
Oh, okay.
I was getting kind of cold.
Well, take them off before you get back into your Uber to go home.
By the way,
Which will be going east, by the way.
Yes.
actually, Oprah's on her way right now to get you.
Sweet.
Get you back there, back home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, podcast, this is number 13, I believe.
Oh,
13.
fair enough.
And isn't next Friday the 13th?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is.
So be careful out there, everybody. Bad luck is coming your way. Yes, podcast number 13. We did it on a Friday night, which means after this, we can go out drinking.
Yay!
Sweet.
But don't get too littered there.
Or
Because you got moms to take care of this weekend.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
true.
you don't want to wake up and say, honey, I'm still drunk.
Yeah, I got a honey-do list.
Which, when you drink with Leevis, that can happen on a Saturday morning.
That happened on a Wednesday night.
And then you have your hangover Sunday morning. So yeah, let's take care of those moms this weekend.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you guys. Very much so. I think
Happy Mother's Day.
Leevis just gave me the eye again.
Those beautiful eyes.
Those beautiful eyes.
They're haunting.
All I can do is play 3 chords and laugh. I can't get any further than that.
Podcast number 13, JDawg and Leevis Show with special special guest Asian Matt.
I was gonna say I couldn't say it either.
Right now you're listening to us on Spreaker.com, www.spreaker.com, and that's where we host our podcast. But this week I have a couple more to add where you can reach the show.
Oh, really?
Believe it or not.
Wow.
Blueberry.com.
Blueberry.
Grabbed our feed, and they are posting our website.
Oh.
And I believe it's BLUBRRY.com.
Huh.
Are we pixelated?
We
On
Pixelization imagination.
When we're having bananas.
Yes. You can always reach us on iTunes. Look up for JDawg and Leevis. If you want to email us, go ahead and send that email to jdawgandleevis@gmail.com. We do have a request for a song for next week. Came from our good friend Rick, who sent in an email.
That's true.
And we are going to be putting that song together, and Leevis will have that for you next week, Rick.
I'm trying.
He's trying the best he can. I think, how many chords are in that song?
Actually, I lucked out. There are generally 2, occasionally a third one. So I think I'm okay.
That is right up Lee's alley.
Yeah,
That's like one
true.
more than he could usually handle.
2 chords with an
Exactly.
occasional third.
I may need some help with that, but
Oh, we can do that.
all right.
For a small fee of $49. I will help you with that song.
And a banana.
I was going to say I got a bunch of bananas. Will that cover me?
I'll quit stealing
That'll cover you.
your material, Leaves.
So when we do our first live broadcast, we'll actually stream it on YouTube. There's going to be a big fruit bowl in the middle of the table, just filled to the brim with bananas. And we'll just keep everybody guessing. They are streaming. Are they in China?
Is it suggestive?
So thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, I'm still going to say it. You can reach us on Twitter. But we still have 2 followers. that route's not going very well. Because maybe it's just because I'm not a Twitter believer.
Yeah, I think you really got to commit to Twitter.
But what I'm going to sign up for next is I'm going to put us on Uber. And I'm going to buy a van with no windows. And I'm going to put JDawg and Leevis on the side in the mystery van font. And we'll come and get you and take you wherever you need to go. And while we're driving around, Lee will play in the back.
Sweet.
While you're handcuffed comfortably inside the back of the van.
There'll be fuzzy cuffs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're not
Not gonna be
mean.
dazed from
Not cruel.
chloroform.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get you where you need to go.
Unless you, yeah.
So, podcast number 13, thank you very much for tuning in. We will come back to you next week for podcast number 14, and boy, is it going to be a great show.
Sure is.
You know who's going to be on it?
Who's going to be on it?
I don't know.
Oh, you were asking
Yeah,
me.
we were hoping you do.
We'll find somebody this week. We'll drag him in here. Maybe we get that guy you talked about in the last time you were here, that tube steak guy.
Ike.
Yeah, let's go find Ike. and bring him.
Ike.
That'd be a heck of a show.
I'd like to see what happened to that guy.
Let's see what happened to that guy. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening here on Friday night. JDawg and Leevis Show with Asian Matt. Thank you very much, Asian Matt. Did you enjoy your time here?
I did. I had a great time, as usual.
Very nice. Very nice. That is all. Talk to you soon.